Hello and welcome to the Provider Staff Training Program for COSHH Product Awareness. Now throughout this training there's going to be an icon in the top right hand corner which you'll need to click, and you'll be given all of the sound that goes with this training. So what does COSHH mean? COSHH means control of substances hazardous to health. What does COSHH really mean for us? So COSHH means about the regulations, the risk assessments, the training, and also protecting ourselves against any accidents. So the regulations are designed to stop chemical exposure and reduce the risk for people at work. The risk assessments are required to be completed where hazards are present, and training on what you must be aware of and the hazards and the suitable precautions to take to protect yourself from injury, and also what to do in the event of an accident. Why do we clean? We clean for many reasons. We clean for the environment, we clean for legislation, for health and safety, and for equipment. So for the environment, we do it for the well-being of everybody in the business and the home. We do it for the business image, we do it for cleanliness, and we do it for staff morale. Legislation, we do it for legal requirement, and it helps us to avoid litigation. For health and safety reasons, for infection control, for a safe environment, and it also helps us avoid accidents. For the equipment, now that can mean equipment like your mops and for also your cleaning equipment, but also the hoists and the slings and the other sort of equipment that you will use in the home. It reduces the amount of maintenance we need to perform on that equipment, and it also helps it to perform better. Why is training needed when using chemicals? Training is needed for the correct use of chemicals so that they are safe, easy and quick and effective to use. So moving on, in what form do chemicals come? Chemicals can come in many forms, not just the forms that we think about every day like the liquids, but they can also come in gases, they can come in sprays, powders, gels, tablets and sachets. Which chemicals are harmful? When we're thinking about which chemicals can be harmful, we need to think about the fact that all of them can be harmful to us if we do not use them properly. Even unlikely chemicals like shampoo can sting if you get them in your eyes. How can chemicals harm us? So how can chemicals harm us? They can harm us by causing damage to the skin when it comes in contact with it. It can cause damage to our eyes and to our lungs when we breathe it in, and also through swallowing or ingestion. How can you find out if a product can cause you harm? Here we're going to check the label and look for hazard symbols. This label will show how we can be harmed by the chemical. On the left hand side is an example of a label that can be found on the back of an oven cleaner. It will show you the instructions for use, where it's not to be used, and the hazard symbol, and also any health and safety information. What does a hazard warning symbol look like and mean? A hazard warning symbol looks like an orange box with black markings on the inside, and it clearly demonstrates what sort of hazards the chemical can cause to us. For example, you can get a hazard symbol that looks like an irritant, or it could show that it's harmful, corrosive or toxic. As you can see, there are many different hazards that are presented by the chemicals that we use in our everyday cleaning activities. But who can be harmed? Who can be harmed? Anyone can be harmed by the use of chemicals. The people that use the chemicals, our work colleagues, members of the public or residents, customers who are on the premises, and also any outside workers like refuse collectors. When can they harm people? Chemicals can harm people at any point of contact. This could happen when you're changing a drum for a chemical, or when you're replacing a feeder tube, storing or cleaning around storage areas, or any exposure to a neat product, or especially when we're decanting a chemical or spraying and wiping. What is meant by MSDS? MSDS stands for Material Safety Data Sheet. 10 Golden Rules of COSHH. Number 1. Use only the products approved by your company. Number 2. Do not mix chemicals. Mixing can kill. Number 3. Never decant chemicals unless the container is properly labelled. Number 4. Always store chemicals safely, preferably in a locked cupboard, keeping acid away from alkali and sodium hypochlorite away from both. Extra care must be taken in food areas. The 10 Golden Rules of COSHH continued. Number 5. Never use any substance for any purpose other than the one it was designed for. Number 6. Always wear the appropriate protective clothing and use the correct equipment. Number 7. Always keep material safety data sheets and any information in a safe, accessible place. Number 8. Always add chemical to water rather than water to chemicals to avoid splashback and excessive foam. Number 9. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions. And number 10. Remember, more is not always better. If in any doubt, ask your supervisor or manager. An accident has happened. What do we do now? If an accident happens, flood the area with water, including the skin, the eyes if affected. Drink plenty of water if swallowed. Seek medical attention and alert a first aider. Follow the instructions on the label and check the material safety data sheet. Follow your company procedures. Who is responsible? You. You are responsible. Think safety. If safety equipment is provided, it is up to you to use it. Read all instructions and note hazard warning symbols. Care. Always use chemicals with care and in a responsible manner. Thank you for joining us on the provider's COSHH product training awareness. Below is your responsibilities and obligation as an employee. Please read through them and make sure that you understand them. Now that you have finished, there is a short questionnaire to fill out. You will need to complete every question, sign it, and also have your manager sign it and then return to us. For more information, you can contact us on 01628 600 250, or you can visit us on our website, which is www.provider-uk.com.